Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So I'm going to do a video on Snoop Dogg and not his wife, not his significant other, but Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. Because that is really his love, the love of his life. I mean, look at them together. Go watch. I mean, that is the love of his life. Okay? Now, before we get into it, I want to talk about Snoop Dogg and what I see and what I hear. And that is that Snoop Dogg was instrumental in the black community. Like he rose to stardom on gin and juice and things like that. And really the purpose of Snoop Dogg in those types of songs was just alcoholism. Just because people looked up to him and aspired to be like him, right? And so, and it's like it's like any other music. It influences, and that's what it's there to do for the most part. And it can influence in good ways, but some music is bad to the core. And his music was used to push marijuana, weed, blunts, and liquor. That was his purpose. And people look at him and see him as this great guy and he's held in high regard. But the reality is that he really was a contributor of bad things in the predominantly black community. But it spilled out into others as well. But that was the focus, is to spill out, or not to spill out, but to create that, to be that spokesperson for drinking and weed and blunt smoking and all of that. Okay, so yeah, that was his role, and he played it well, and he still does, and people still hold him in high regard because they just don't fully understand who he truly is. All right, so let's get into the relationship between Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. Okay, so let's and I'm hearing there is a relationship there. There is a relationship there. Okay, like a relationship like a husband and wife would have. All right, so let's get into the reading. What is the overall relationship between Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart? It's business as well. It's just business with someone that you happen to like and to be attracted to. Okay, so we have the overall relationship as the Five of Wands. So there's challenges, there's disagreements, resistance. So they have that in this relationship that they have. Okay, it's the Five of Wands. They have challenges, and it makes sense because, you know, they're not married to one another, and they would never be married to one another. I'm hearing that would not happen, but they have their challenges and issues, and they bark at each other, you know, and there's some name calling in there as well. And the challenges I'm hearing is also, in addition to that, they cannot find enough opportunity to see one another. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep going. Let's ask the cards. How does Snoop Dogg view Martha Stewart? I'm hearing, and this is like an old word, like this dates back to the Brady Bunch and whatnot, but groovy. All right, so how does Snoop Dogg view? Okay, well, he views Martha Stewart as the Chariot, someone who's determined, driven by success, wants to win. She wants to win. She's a driven woman. You know, she likes to win. She likes to be victorious. She likes to be successful. That is always her goal. And for her, the relationship that she has with Snoop, well, it just resurrected her career, right? So, yeah, he views her as the chariot. And the love of his life is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Now, how does Martha Stewart view Snoop Dogg? And just notice how when they're together, she just is always smiling, I'm hearing. I don't really, I've seen videos of them from time to time, but it's nothing that I really paid a whole lot of attention to. I just always thought, that's kind of, this is an unusual couple. Okay, so she views him as justice. And justice is about commitments, fairness. And she views him as very committed to her. Full stop. End of story. She views him as very, very committed to her. And she wouldn't have it any other way. And the marriage that he has, what he has with his wife, who I do believe and see, I do see that she's aware of this, fully aware of this full-blown relationship, and really could care less. That's Snoop Dogg's wife, because she does her own thing. So it's really Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. That is the true relationship. That is who he loves and adores and dates and, dotes on and buys things for, and, all of that. It's Martha Stewart. That is his everything. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for stopping by the Humble Seer. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. And if you like what I do and you want to support what I do, buy me a coffee. The link for that is in the description box below. It's also in the banner of my YouTube channel. So until next time, you take good care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.